chant Dami Gadadara.
Hello. I come back. Come back.
That's what upstairs is around the neck. That's what upstairs is around the neck.
No closing the door.
And not jumping. I can really walk in. Bye. You know what's a rotten item? Come on, grab this. Go, grab. Shit. Sorry.
Live is going for you?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Otherwise, I would have gone.
Yeah,
They were asking for.
you can have them sync.
They are asking for link, Prabhu.
Oh, yeah, I'll send you the link. Yeah.
You are in that group, right, Prabhu? Monthly Sunday group.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can post it.
Yeah. I thought.
I asked Aradhya, but she said like nobody's here. That's why she ran. So I said like okay. When Prabhu comes, like
I'll start.
Aradhya. Aradhya. అందరు వచ్చారు ఒకసారి రామా లైవ్ అవుతుంది అక్కడ అందరు వచ్చి కూర్చున్నారు
we have to do the main kirtan. Anna is going to come.
come guys come yes prabhu Thalvi mein prabhu they went to yatra prabhu so deities here. Their deities.
Yeah. I could see there's some next
Congratulations.
So happy to hear about your
Oh, they are not going to also guess.
Yeah.
hard work, your sincerity, your devotion to the Lord. So
Did
everything
you, did you finalize, Avnish?
I'll let you know in a few more days.
No, not that you college.
He has
Oh,
more choices. He is very
Aradhya?
Because I need to
Okay, Raja, come.
the local ones in California, I didn't get the decision.
Yeah.
So once I get those, I'll see.
Are you sleeping there now?
Yeah.
You don't look like you have it. Look, it's,
I know.
I thought you were very, you were very young.
Ravi, you drove from Sacramento?
Radhika, where is Praja?
She's in the room that we are.
Both of you come down. Aradhya will also come. We are doing kirtan now. There is light going. Come. Call her and come down.
Last time when I missed your divine association, you came to and the meeting was in connection with this perfect.
Sorry?
No, he's here. He's here. We actually went together early this afternoon. We were meeting. Hare Krishna. He's here.
Flowers చేస్తుంది.
How was the concert?
Yes.
I mean, of course, we are still waiting for some. Permitting too long.
Everybody is there.
There were some
She
background.
can do some small things. Okay, some small things. Meanwhile, you give it to them. You have to them.
Then play, but I think we
This
need
is
to
the only
Okay,
one.
do it 2 times.
get one more, which is design is the-
No, ఇప్పుడు ఇది
We had not
చేస్తున్నారు.
played
I said I'm going to go there.
thinking that.
గురుదేవ్ వస్తుంది.
Where's the old
ఇప్పుడు
building?
చేయరు.
The old building.
ఇప్పుడు
I see. So, it was made at the old
Hare Krishna.
safety and fire and prevention
హరే
standards.
కృష్ణ కీర్తన చేయాలి. అయ్యే నేను అదే చేస్తారు.
Now they said that
The
we
second
have to have the modern
ఇక్కడ ఉంది. Yes, you can start.
it's a significant cost. The modern power.
ఇంతకు నువ్వు అక్కడ వచ్చి మాట్లాడుతున్నావు.
Maybe at least 200. My goodness. Or how did you see it?
Yes.
Actually, we have half the
From
building.
live
But we had to put this
Live
building, the whole building. Otherwise, not there. Everyone is waiting.
And the other party who is coming,
I think he wants to sell the building. So he will not, he is not motivated. He will not motivated to stop it. He have the fund. So maybe we will talk to him. We will talk to him. We will talk to him. At least even if he can come up to the building is sold, even if he is not willing to pay. Right? Because at that time he will have to pass inspection. Right? Building is sold, he sells it. Listed, right? Otherwise he will be without it, without doing it. So there will be a lot of violations. Then at least community is
Jai Shri Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I welcome everybody to this program with His Grace Shankaranand Prabhu. So Shankaranand Prabhu is, as far as I have noticed, he's like Narada Muni. And he goes everywhere with such a compassion. I was contemplating how Prabhu drives 2.5 hours to come here. And after that, this program is there. And tomorrow morning, he has a Homa and another program in San Jose. And tomorrow evening, there is a DT welcoming seminar in Dublin. So it's like Prabhu is traveling all the planets. And I was thinking, how can Prabhu do this in such a short time? It's inconceivable. I think Lord has empowered Prabhu. We are so fortunate to have Prabhu here today. And he's a very senior devotee. He served as a brahmachari in the beginning and now in the Grihastha ashram. Both Mataji and Prabhuji are very exalted devotees, senior devotees, guiding. And he's also the temple president of Sacramento congregation. It's called Sacramento. So it's our great fortune to have Prabhu here. So let's open our ears and hearts and drink the nectar coming out of Prabhu's lotus mouth today. Thank you so much, Prabhu. We are deeply grateful that you accepted and you came here. Rest assured, we'll be fortunate for sure with your arrival. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Please.
Haribol.
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 We'll sing Kali Kukula Kadana Yadi Chahohe.
So we'll do KK songs, space. KALI, KU, KK. KK song, space, ALIR, space, KU, and then the first one.
Kali Kukula Kadana Yadi Chahohe. Pavanam Kalibhayanashanam Shri Sachinandana Gaohe Kaliyuga Pavana Kalibhayanashanam
Shri Sacinandana Gaure Kali Yuga Pamana Kali Bhayanashana Shri Sacinandana Gaure Kali Yuga Pamana Kali Bhayanashana Shri Sacinandana Gaure Gadadhara Ramadana Nitaira Pranadana Advaita Prapujita Gaura Gadadhara Ramadana Nitaira Pranadana Advaita Prapujita Gadadhara Ramadana Nitaira Pranadana Advaita Prapujita Gaura Gadadhara Ramadana Nitaira Pranadana Advaita Prapujita Gaura Devaishambara Srinivasa Ishvara Bhakta Samuha Chitta Chora Devaishambara Srinivasa Ishvara Bhakta Samuha Chitta Chora Nadiya Shashadhara Mayapura Ishvara Nama Pravartana Sura 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 Jana Shikshaka Nasikula Nayakam Madhava Radha Bhavapura Jana Shikshaka Nasikula Nayaka Madhava Radha Bhavapura Jana Shikshaka Nasikula Nayaka Madhava Radha Bhavapura Jana Shikshaka Nasikula Nayaka Madhava Radha Bhavapura Sarvabhauma Shodhana Gajapati Dhanana Ramananda Poshana Veera 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 Rupananda Vanana Sanatana Panana Haridasa Mohana 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 Veera Rajarasa Mamana Vishkamata Shama Kapati Vigantana Kama Rajarasa Mamana Vishkamata Kapati Vigantana Kama
Palana Krishna Katha Shala Bhakti Bhushana Rama Krishna Palana Krishna Katha Shala Bhakti Bhushana Rama Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Rakshama Krishna 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 Rakshama Krishna 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 Paima Krishna 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 Paima Rama Krishna 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 Pahima Krishna 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 If you want to be rid of the influence of the dog-like personality of Kali, then just sing the glories of the beautiful son of the Sachinandan. He is the savior of the Kali Yuga Pavana, and he is Kali Bhayanashna, the destroyer of all fears caused by the age of Kali.
He maddens Sri Gadadhar with his name Gadadhar Mamadan. He is the treasure of the life of Sri Nityanand Prabhu, Nitya Pranadhan, and he is the most worshipable object of Sri Advaita Acharya, Advaita Prabhujita. He is affectionately named Nimai by his mother due to being born under a neem tree, and he has been named Vishambara by his grandfather. He is the only lord of Sri Srivasa, Srinivas Ishwar, and he steals the hearts of all the assembled devotees, Bhakt Samuha Chittachora.
Lord Chaitanya is the moon
over Nadia Sashathar, the Lord of Sri Mayapur Dham, Mayapur Ishwar, and the divine propagator of his own name, Nama Pravartana Sura. He is the instructor of family men, Grihajana Sikshaka, and he is also the hero of those who are in the renounced order, Nyasikula Nayaka. He is the husband of the goddess of fortune, Madhava, and he is overflowing with the ecstatic moods and sentiments of Srimati Radharani, Radha Bhavapura.
Lord Chaitanya is the corrector and purifier of Sarvabhaumana Bhattacharya, Sarvabhauma Sodhana, and the deliverer of King Prataparudra, Gajapati Dharana, the source of nourishment of Srila Ramananda Raya, Ramananda Poshana. And he is a great hero Veera. He increases the ecstasy of Srila Rupa Goswami, Rupananda Vardhana. He is the maintainer and protector of Srila Sanatana Goswami, Sanatana Palana. He gladdens Haridasa Thakura, Haridasa Modana, and he is very grave, Dhira.
Lord Chaitanya is the source of all the transcendental mellows of Rajadhama, Rajarasa Bhavana. He is the destroyer of all mischievous and wicked mentality, Dushtamartha Sadhana, and he dissolves the mundane lust of the deceitful, insincere souls by his causeless mercy. Kapati Vigrahatana Karma. He maintains and protects his pure Vaishnava devotee, Suddha Bhakta Palana, and he chastises dry, speculative knowledge, Shushka Ghana Tadana. He destroys pretentious and hypocritical devotion, Chala Bhakti Dushana, and he is the reservoir of pleasure, Rama.
विनोद ठाकुर की जय। Hare Krishna. I'd like to thank Achyuta Kumar Prabhu and Devi Kumari Mataji along with Amish and Anand for opening their homes to all of us to come and hear on this Friday evening from Krishna Katha. Thank you very much for me. Thank you very much for the devotional inside education. And thank you Amish and Anand. नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा तदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापरकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं श्रीचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चना गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि भगवद्वृन्द। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। In the third canto of Bhagavatam, Vidura is glorifying Maitreya Rishi. He says, Durapahi alpatapasa seva vaikunthavat vasu yatro diyate nityam deva devo janardhana. He's saying, first he glorified that Sri Guru Maitreya Rishi by saying that I have misconception about this material existence, in this material world to be meant for my enjoyment. But one can become free from this misconception by serving the lotus feet of spiritual master. When he glorifies the service to spiritual master, or service to Vaishnavas in general. This verse he says, Durapahi alpatapasam seva vaikunthavat vasu. Very beautiful verse. So, Durapa means to something that we can attain with very difficulty, great difficulty. Durapahi alpatapasam. Those who have done very little or meager austerity, that means those who have not done much austerity in life, for them it's very difficult to attain. What difficult to attain? Seva, to attain service. Service to whom? You can get ample service in this world, right? You walk on the street and tell somebody, can I do some service? They'll please. Yes. Right? You come home and tell your wife, can I do some service? Yes, you'll get a lot of service, right? Or the wife tells the husband, can I serve you in some way? And he'll give you a lot of service. But seva, Vaikuntha Vartas, those who are on the path of Vaikuntha, serving them. Service to such people cannot be attained by people who have very meager austerities, who have not done much tapasya. So we'll try to understand first of all what is tapasya, and then we'll try to understand what is the significance of that service. Yatropajyate nityam deva devo janardana. Such Vaishnavas actually, their service is very difficult to attain. They are always engaged in glorifying the Supreme Lord. So let's try to understand first of all what is tapasya. People generally think if in the summer season you tolerate the heat, that is tapasya. Or on top of it, in the summer season when the sun is scorching, the temperature is 90 or maybe 100 degrees or something, 110 Fahrenheit. You burn fire around you and stand in between. Can anyone do that? It's so difficult, right? There are people who do that kind of tapasya. But that's not the tapasya being referred here. Or sometimes a person can stand in cold water in the winter season. One time actually King Akbar, he made an announcement in his kingdom. If anyone stands in Yamuna in the month of January, whole night we can stand in January. We used to live in Delhi, right? So he said, if anyone can stand in Yamuna for the whole night, I will give him 1,000 gold coins. So 1,000 gold coins was a big amount. So one Brahmana, he came. He said, I'll stand, my dear king. So he stood a whole night in the river. And next day, when soldiers were watching him, they were not like nobody can cheat it. So they were watching him that he was standing the whole night, and he was looking towards, the camp. Some light was burning, they were looking towards the camp. So next day, the king, he actually called the Brahmana, gave him the price of 1,000 gold coins. He said, how could you stand in such cold water? The Brahmana said, I was focusing on the small lamp that was burning in the camp of the soldiers. King said, oh, so you are warming yourself by that heat of the lamp. So you don't deserve it. And the Brahmana was shocked. And people, try to reason with the king. My dear king, this is not appropriate. You are trying to cheat the Brahmana. You promised you should give him. He actually deserves it. He stood a whole night in the water. The person said, no, he did not deserve. He was taking the warmth from the lamp, which was actually situated very far. Small lamp was burning. Akbar said, all right. And people said, all right. Once the king makes up his mind, what can you do? The next day, Birbal, he didn't come to the court. So, Akbar, no news came also. So, Akbar sent somebody, let's see what happens. Birbal is sick or what. So, the messenger came back to the king. My dear king, Birbal is actually making khichdi. So once the khichdi is ready, he will come and join the court. So half day went by, still people didn't come. Again sent messenger, what's happening? Did we eat here? So he went and he said, messenger came back, no, my dear king, the khichdi is still not yet ready. When the khichdi is ready, he will come. But the messenger told the king, I felt weird. Looks like something wrong with Birbal. He described that the fire is burning under a tree, and he has put the pot on top of the tree, and he's trying to cook the khichdi. That's where this term has come from, Birbal ki khichdi. Never gets cooked. So king said, what? So king knows that Birbal doesn't do anything nonsense. He does everything Apparently some nonsense also he does with some lot of sense. So king came there. He told, what's happening? Since morning you are cooking khichdi? No, king, it will be done. Let's see. Soon it will be ready, I will eat and come. He said, you fool, you will sit whole night here, you will sit for weeks here, khichdi will never be cooked. You will say, why? What makes you think so? You fool, how this heat will reach to the pot? He said, my dear king, this distance is not as much as the Brahmana's distance from the lamp. So, if the Brahmana can get the heat from the lamp, situated so far, this pot will also surely get that. You don't know, I think the distance is much shorter than that. So, king understood. He called the Brahmana and gave him the prize. But even standing in the cold water in the month of March, in January, February, even that is not tapasya. The real tapasya is to actually tolerate the urge for sense gratification, and that's actually partial. But even superior to that tapasya is to engage in hearing and chanting the glories of the Supreme Lord. Sravata to hearing and chanting the glories of the Lord, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu. That is the greatest tapasya in all of creation. There is no greater tapasya than that. Once Srila Prabhupada, he was having Pandal program in Mumbai. So, he announced in the Pandal program, there were almost like 30,000 people had come for the program. Some devotees serving Prashadam and Prabhupada gave a lecture. So during the lecture, Prabhupada actually announced, because a lot of people in India, especially, those just say that, oh, we are struggling, we don't have, sufficient to eat, which is not the case. And mostly everybody gets sufficient to eat, except in some rare occasions or rare instances where people do not have food. But generally everybody gets sumptuous meal. But people say, roti, kapda, makan, we have to struggle for that. So, we don't have time for doing bhajan kirtan. So Prabhupada actually, among 30,000 people, he announced, you come and join our temple. We have temple in Jew. You come and join us. We will provide you food. We will provide you clothing. We will give you shelter, nice place to stay in the temple. All of you can come and join. You don't have to work. You don't have to do 9 to 5 job. No job needs to be done. Okay? All of you come and join us. And all you need to do is just follow the regular principles of no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, no illicit sex, and chant Hare Krishna. That's it. And we will take care of all your needs. The 30,000 people, not a one person came forward that I will join. Just imagine. Not one person came. If people really think that, okay, our bodily needs, necessities are not being provided, therefore we have to work hard, we don't have time. If that was the real case, then there was an open invitation for everyone. They should have joined, right? But not a single person joined. That means people don't want to chant Krishna's holy name. That is the greatest austerity. And they don't want to give up sinful tendencies or sinful life. So, that is actually the greatest austerity. To engage in hearing and chanting glories of Lord. And one who can do that, now, that person is actually really fortunate. And when a person continues doing that, then only he can get opportunities to associate with great souls. Mahat. Mahat sevam dwaram ahu vimuktai tamo dwaram yoshitam sangi sangam. It says Mahat sevam dwaram ahu vimuktai. Mahat seva, by serving the great souls, ahur vimuktai. Dwaram ahur vimuktai. So service to the great souls or Vaishnavas, especially the pure devotees of the Lord. Mahat seva dwaram ahur vimuktai. It opens the doors of vimukti. Visheshena mukti. Not impersonal liberation, but attaining the shelter of the Supreme Lord. So, vimukti. So one can attain the abode of the Supreme Lord simply by Mahat Seva. Mahat Seva dwaram hu vimuktai. Tamo dwaram yoshitam sangi sangam. But on the other hand, a person who is engaged in serving the materialistic people who are simply interested in Yoshitam Sangha, who are simply interested in sex life, then service to such people only opens the door to hellish condition of life. I may think, well, why is like that? How can serving somebody who is interested in only sex life can open the doors to hellish condition of life? We will find ample of examples in the history of mankind. For example, Ravana. Ravana, he had interest in enjoying every beautiful woman he saw. And he would kidnap also so many women all over the creation, right? So, his whole dynasty was destroyed just because he kidnapped Mother Sita. So, Yoshitam Sangi Sangam means a person who associates, makes friendship with such people like Rama. Then, Tamodvara, the doors to the hellish condition of life are open for such people. So not only Ravana was destroyed, but everyone who stood with Ravana, they all were destroyed. Right? So, therefore, it is such an essential lesson that we need to serve. Service we must do. Nobody can live without service in this world. We have to do service. But whom we serve, that we have to choose. And that choice that we make will decide our destiny, will decide our future. Whether we go to the hellish condition of life or we go to the, attain the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, to attain the spiritual world. So this is such a crucial lesson. And how does the doors of liberation open? That is being described by Viduranga. He says, Seva Vaikuntha Vartmasu. Because if a person engages in tapasya, basic tapasya that, like Prabhupada has taught us, if we simply engage in that basic tapasya, it actually facilitates service to great souls. Because without serving great souls, nobody can attain the shelter of the Supreme Lord. This couple of days back we had Nityananda Trayodasi, right? So, from the passing of Nityananda Prabhu, we actually get to see that. Raghunath Das Goswami, he attained the association of great souls right from his very early childhood. When Raghunath was a very small boy, the family priest, Yagunandan Acharya, he used to take Raghunath with him to meet the great souls. Yagunandan Acharya, he was the family priest and guru for the family of Raghunath Das Goswami. Raghunath Goswami was the son of a very wealthy, person. Two brothers, Govardhan Majumdar, Hiranya Majumdar. So these two brothers, they were employed by the Muslim government. That in those days, government was Muslim. The kings used to be ruling in the Bengal. They were actually Muslims. So the two brothers, they were employed by the government to collect the taxes. Now, in those days, you're talking 500 years ago, more than 500 years ago, these two brothers used to collect 2 million, you can say whatever the currency, rupees or whatever. So 2 million rupees they used to collect annually in taxes. And they were supposed to pay 75% to the government and 25% they were supposed to keep officially. That means 1.5 million should officially go to the government and they should keep 500,000 with them. But they used to show lesser collection and pay only 1.2 million to government. And thus making extra profit of 300,000. And we're talking 500 years ago, 300,000. It was a huge amount. It was a very huge amount. Beyond our imagination. I remember when I grew up, we're talking about maybe 40 years ago. When I grew up, 45 years ago, I used to get pocket money 5 paisa. I don't know how many of you have seen the coin of 5 paisa. So, and you used to get good snacks in 5 paisa. You used to get, in our school, you used to get good amount of snack. In 5 paisa, just imagine. And I'm talking 40 years ago, 500 years ago. You can't imagine what that money means. Krishna Katha explains that the opulence of these two brothers was almost like the king of heavenly planets, Indra. And Mumbai, recently when we visit Mumbai, we get to hear this. Some of the devotees were telling me that Ambani's, Mukesh Ambani's bungalow is in Mumbai, in some place in Mumbai, in South Bombay. So they have a very huge, kind of a palatial building, multi-story building, and there are only 4 people live, 3 or 4 people I think live in the home, and they have more than 500 servants in their home only. At home, they have 500 servants to take care of 4 people. My wife used to tell me, there were 5 people in the home and they used to have 5 servants at home. For 5 people, there were 5 servants. I think, what the servants would do? We never had any servant at home. But just imagine, for 4 people, 500 servants. And trust me, Mukesh Ambani's wealth is insignificant compared to what these 2 brothers possessed. Their wealth was, almost like king of heavenly planets, Indra. And Raghunath was the only child between the 2 brothers. He was the only heir of all the wealth from the 2 brothers. You can imagine what amount of wealth, fabulous amount of wealth he had. But right from the childhood, he got the opportunity to associate with Haridas Thakur. his family guru, Yadundanacharya would take him to associate with Haridas Thakur. So when he saw Haridas Thakur, he naturally developed intense desire to be like Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur was a sannyasi, renunciate. And he heard the glories of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from the mouth of Haridas. So he naturally developed intense desire to take shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when he was growing up, his parents, of course, they got him married. He was married to a very beautiful and very virtuous girl from a very decent family, very cultured family. His wife was almost like an angel, so beautiful and very cultured as well. And yet, when Raghunath, he was growing up, he developed such burning desire in heart that I want to go and live with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as a sannyasi. He did not want to possess any wealth. He did not want to have a wife. Of course, he was already married, but he did not want to have anything. And the desire was such a strong desire. It was not just a show-off desire. The desire was so strong, he tried to run away from the home many times. But because his parents, they were very wealthy, they had so many servants, they would send the servants and somehow they would catch Raghunath and bring him back. So it became practically a daily affair in the home. Raghunath will try to run away, servants will catch him and bring him back. His mother got so frustrated. She told, his father, our son Raghunath has gone mad. I think we should tie him with the ropes and keep him at home. He's a young man, right? He's already married. And mother is talking about we should tie him with the ropes and keep him. And the father of Raghunath, he told his mother, our son Raghunath, he has received the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How can you expect to keep him tied with the ropes? Generally, in India, that's a trend. Here people don't realize the significance of that, but in India, it's a trend. If you see that boy is, going wrong path, they say, "Iski shaadi kar do, get him married." So he will be on the path, on the right path, right? He'll become responsible. So his father said he has a wife who's so beautiful like an angel. His opulence is like, the king of heavenly planets. These things cannot bind him. Right? What the ordinary ropes will do to bind this mad boy? He has received the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Who can keep him bound? This mad man of Sri Chaitanya. Anyway, one time Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after taking sannyas, he was traveling. So he came to Nadia district. And that time Raghunath heard that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had come, so he went to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And his father, of course, he sent many servants with him so that he shouldn't run away with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he went to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that time instructed him. He told him, my dear Raghunath, don't be like a monkey renunciate. The monkeys, they generally don't even make a home. They don't even wear any clothing. They are so detached. But they have at least half a dozen female monkeys with them. So not that kind of renunciation. No clothing, no home, but interested in cycle life. So he told Raghunath that you should behave just like a woman who's married as a husband at home, but she has developed an affair outside of marriage. So such a woman is extremely cautious and careful at home. She performs her duties very carefully so that the husband will not doubt. So similarly, your heart should be given to Krishna, but externally you should be very cautious and careful performing your worldly duties, so that nobody thinks that you are interested in, becoming a sannyasi or sadhu. So Raghunath, when he heard this instruction from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he actually imbibed that instruction. He stopped the effort of trying to run away from the home. And he started becoming more involved in the family affairs, Of course, he would not get involved with his wife, he would not generally, after that instance, he would not even go inside the home. But he would start taking care of the family affairs. Any difficulty, the problems in the family, he would take care of it. So one time it so happened because his father and uncle, they used to show less collection and take more money. So there was one Muslim Chaudhary who used to be a previous tax collector before these two brothers. So he knew, he used to do same, thing. So he knew that, there is some extra profit is being made here. So he was feeling very jealous of these two brothers. So he conspired. He gave some reports to the government about the collection, and he brought some soldiers to arrest these two brothers. So these two brothers, they got to know, because influential people, they get to know that some police is all coming, so they just slip away. So they just ran away. So when Muslim Chaudhary came, Hiranya and Govardhan Majumdar, they were gone. The only person who was at home was Raghunath. So Muslim Chaudhary, he brought the soldiers and arrested Raghunath. Home arrest. So he was staying in the home with Raghunath and he kept Raghunath under arrest. And he would many times go with the intention of beating Raghunath. But as soon as he would look at the beautiful, innocent-like face of Raghunath, his heart would change. He couldn't beat Raghunath. But he would threaten him. Bring your father and uncle, otherwise I will beat you. So one day Raghunath, he told this Muslim Chaudhary, my dear sir, just like I am the son of my father, I am also your son. You are like the brother of my father and uncle, So I know, though sometimes the brothers fight and sometimes the brothers sit together and have a good time. So although you three brothers are not in good terms today, but I am sure in the future you three will be sitting and sharing good time with each other. It's just a matter of time. When such things happen, we don't know. So since I am the son of my father, I am also like your son. And so you are my maintainer, you are like my father. So for a father or maintainer to punish the maintained, it's not very good. In fact, you know all these subject matter because you are a saintly person. So hearing this flatly, this Muslim Chaudhary, his heart melted, he started shedding tears. Raghunath spoke with so genuine and affection that he started shedding tears. And he told Raghunath, yes, you are like my son. I'll make some arrangement by which you should be relieved. You should not be under arrest. But your father and uncle, they're less intelligent. They're making extra profit of 300,000, which I know very well. But because I'm also the shareholder, they should give me also some share. So do this. I leave up to your father and uncle. Whatever share they want to give me, I'll be happy. I will not negotiate. You make an arrangement, some meeting, and I will accept whatever they give me. But Raghunath actually, understanding the intention of this Muslim Chaudhary, he made an arrangement. He made the meeting, getting the meeting with his father, uncle, and his Muslim child, and he got the thing settled. So his father was very happy, thinking, oh, my son is taking interest in business, family business. He's taking care of things. But, Raghunath, still whenever he tried to run away, he was caught. He couldn't escape. So that time, Lord Nityananda, he was traveling and preaching Krishna consciousness all over Bengal. So Raghunath heard that Nityananda Prabhu has come to Panihati. So in Panihati, Raghunath went to see Lord Nityananda. And when Raghunath arrived in Panihati, he saw Nityananda Prabhu was sitting under a tree on the bank of Ganga. Anyone been to Panihati? So that place you can still see. The Ganga is flowing and there's a tree under which Lord Nityananda Prabhu sat down. We've been a few times, and whenever we went there, we had this festival there, which I'm going to narrate soon. So Raghunath, he went to see Lord Nityananda. And he saw Lord Nityananda was sitting under a tree, surrounded by his hundreds, actually thousands of his associates. So Raghunath, being very hesitant, he offered his obeisances from distance only. He was feeling ashamed to go in front of Lord Nityananda. So he offered obeisances, full dandavats from a distance. So somebody showed Nityananda Prabhu that there is Raghunath, he is offering distance, obeisances from a distance. So Nityananda Prabhu by nature was very merciful and very funny. So he told, Raghunath, why you are offering obeisance from the distance? This is the nature of thieves. Thieves maintain distance. They want to keep distance so that they can run away. Bring him here, bring him here. So Raghunath was hesitant to come near Nityananda Prabhu, but devotees brought him near. And he came near and again offered obeisance to Lord Nityananda, and Lord Nityananda placed his foot on the head of Raghunath. Nityananda Prabhu is Adi Guru. He is original spiritual master. He is non-different from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. One cannot attain the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu without the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. And Nityananda Prabhu represents Guru in our life. So without mercy of Guru, one cannot attain Krishna. One cannot attain the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord without being blessed by Guru first. So Raghunath, therefore, whenever he tried, he failed. So he came to meet Nityananda Prabhu, and Nityananda Prabhu placed his foot on his head. And then he told Raghunath, Raghunath, your behavior is like that of a thief, because you are trying to offer obeisance from the distance. So today I have got you. I have captured you. And I will punish you today. The thief should be punished. So here the punishment. What you will do is, you will arrange a festival for all my associates. So when Raghunath heard this, he became so joyful. He was very wealthy, right? And he wanted to use his wealth also in the service of the Lord and Vaishnavas. So he had brought a lot of servants with him, and he was carrying a lot of money also to give as a gift to Vaishnavas. So he immediately told the servants, go immediately, arrange some chipped rice. So all his servants went around and brought all the quantity of chipped rice that was available in the village of Panihati. But when people heard that the festival is being arranged, people from neighboring villages also started coming in. So soon, the whole Panihati village was filled with hundreds and thousands of people. So Raghunath, he saw so many people, he sent the servants to get the chida or the chipped rice from the neighboring villages also. So he got huge quantity of chipped rice. And he got huge size of earthen pots, especially two big earthen pots, very huge size. Filled them with the milk and soaked the chipped rice in the milk. Then you know chipped rice is very dry. We soak in the water before cooking, right? Raghunath Goswami, he soaked the chipped rice in the milk. And of course, then he took half of that soaked rice, chipped rice, and mixed it with yogurt and with sugar and special kind of bananas. And the other chipped rice quantity he took and mixed it with condensed milk, the milk which was boiled for a long time, thickened milk, condensed milk, and mixed it with little camphor and the kind of champaka banana, some small kind of banana they come, and those bananas and mango pieces. He mixed in that. And all this quantity, two different kinds of chipped rice, they were filled into small earthen pots to be distributed to everyone. And each person who had come there, they were given these two earthen pots. First they brought these two earthen pots to Nityananda Prabhu and gave it to him. The chipped rice soaked in the yogurt and chipped rice soaked in the condensed milk. Each person was given two earthen pots. So Nityananda Prabhu, after receiving these two earthen pots, he started eating. And Nityananda Prabhu, he expected the devotees to start kirtan also. And in the midst of the kirtan and this festival, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who was actually in Navadip that time, he appeared in Panihati. But not everyone could see Lord Chaitanya. Nityananda Prabhu from the pots, his own pot, started feeding Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then they started walking, Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, they started walking in. Lord Nityananda would take the morsel of food from the pots of different devotees and feed to Lord Chaitanya. And because not everyone could see Lord Chaitanya, people were wondering what's going on. Nityananda, you just imagine taking some morsel and in the air disappearing. But anyway, so Raghunath Das Goswami is this festival of chipped rice called Chira Dahi, festival. Lord Chaitanya personally came and Lord Nityananda, they both accepted the offering of Raghunath Das Goswami. And at the end of the festival, Raghunath came and again bowed down to Lord Nityananda. And Lord Nityananda started telling the devotees the glory of Raghunath. He said, Raghunath Das Goswami's opulence is like that of Indra, the king of heavenly planets. His wife is so beautiful like an angel. But Raghunath, his mind is completely fixed on the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In fact, Raghunath wants to leave everything and attain the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Just like Bharat Maharaj. In his prime youth, he left his home, left his beautiful wife, children, kingdom, everything he left. And he left in a way that just like a person after passing a stool doesn't want to look back, just wants to go away. Just imagine, when we go to evacuate in the bathroom, we don't think, oh, there is some great wealth here. Right? We just want to get out of that. We just want to flush it and disappear. Right? It's so stinky, smelly, right? It's not a well. Nobody thinks. But for some species, it's a well. Or pigs, especially, it's a well. One time, a person went to evacuate, and after evacuating, he saw this, his own stool. He said, "This is so obnoxious. I want to get out of here." So the stool got offended. He said, "You are calling me obnoxious? But before I came in contact with you, I was like that nice samosa. Just see what your association has done to me. So, you're calling me obnoxious, but you are obnoxious." But the point is, Maharaj Bharat, when he left his kingdom, his wealth, his family and everything, he walked away just like when people, after evacuating, they just walk away from there. So Nityananda, he quoted this verse from Bhagavatam. He said, Raghunath Das Goswami is actually like Maharaj Bharat. And then he told Raghunath, know for sure that when you organize this beautiful festival, Lord Chaitanya personally came to participate. He accepted your offerings of Shiradahi. And all the Vaishnavas accepted this offering of yours. So know that by this service, all the obstacles on your path, in the path of your spiritual life, your spiritual ambition of attaining the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all the obstacles are now destroyed. You don't have any more obstacles left. Nityananda Prabhu declared that to Raghunath Das Goswami. By the service to Vaishnavas and organizing this feast, all the obstacles are destroyed. And of course, Raghunath Das Goswami offered so many beautiful gifts to all the Vaishnavas. He had brought a lot of gold with him. So he gave gold to different devotees, and he gave, 3 tolas of gold to Lord Nityananda. In this way he used his wealth to serve the Lord and his devotees. And it was shortly after this instance, Raghunath got the opportunity to actually escape from the home. So it so happened that one night, when the night was almost past, it was almost like early morning, little bit before, you can say, the Brahma Muhurta. It was still night, but it was a little bit before Brahma Muhurta, that his family priest, Yagunandan Acharya, came. Because Yagunandan Acharya had a servant at home, who was his disciple, who used to take care of his deities. But for some reason, that disciple, he wanted to leave and did not want to continue his service of serving the deity. So, Yagunandan Acharya knew that Raghunath was very expert, in negotiations. So he came and he told Raghunath, I want you to negotiate with my servant, and make him continue the services that he's doing to deities. Because I cannot take care of alone myself. So Raghunath said, that time all the servants and guards who actually used to guard Raghunath, they were all awake. And they were all sleeping. Because the night was almost over. So toward the end of night, they actually fell asleep. So Raghunath said, okay, I will go with you. So they both walked together. And then after going a little distance, Raghunath told Yagunandan Acharya that, actually you go home. I will go to your servant's home and I will convince him. So Yagunandan Acharya went home, and Raghunath thought this is the best opportunity to run away. No servants around, nobody around. So he went actually some say that he actually went to the servant and he convinced him to continue service of Yagunandan Acharya. And then he left. And then he went directly to Nilachal and took shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who placed him under the care of Saru Damodar Goswami. So, Raghunath Das Goswami tried many times to attain the shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But he could not. Every time he tried, it was a failure. But by serving the great souls, by serving Nityananda Prabhu, and serving the Vaishnavas, his obstacles were destroyed. And he could actually attain the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this actually is a very wonderful lesson. If we want the journey of our spiritual life free of obstacles, the only way is serving the great souls. Mahat Seva. That service is the only thing that removes all the obstacles from our spiritual life. You see, there were so many disciples of Srila Prabhupada who actually became great souls themselves by serving Srila Prabhupada. There's actually saying that Paras, Paras Pathar, touchstone can convert iron into gold, but it cannot convert iron into another touchstone, right? But the great souls, Vaishnavas, are like, the touchstone. Anyone comes in their contact, they turn them also into touchstone. So somebody who serves the great souls, the Mahatmas or Vaishnavas, by serving them, they also become great souls. I remember one of Prabhupada's disciples, his name is Shamsundar Prabhu, the husband of Malathi Mataji. So this was, I believe, in 2007 or 8. I don't remember exactly when. I think 7 or 8. So he had some liver problem. So somebody needed to give him liver. And your liver is generally rejuvenated. It actually regrows. If you give your liver to somebody, then your liver also grows back. But giving liver, who wants to give liver to anyone? So Shamsundar Prabhu, he needed liver. And generally, nobody comes forward for such a donation of liver. Because things can go wrong anytime in the body, right? So nobody wants to take chance. But when devotees heard that Shamsundar Prabhu is in need of liver and the surgery has to happen by a certain date, it was advertised within our ISKCON forums. So the doctor in the hospital, he saw 20 people came on that day of surgery, sitting, waiting in the line. I can give. Doctor said to this Shamsundar, who the hell are you? Even the celebrities or movie stars, they don't have these many people coming, 20 people coming for giving liver. Not even 1 or 2 people comes for even celebrity. Who are you? 20 people are sitting to give you liver. You see, although from material point of view, he may look like any ordinary person, but so many people are willing to give something from their own body. Right? And you see, so many disciples of Srila Prabhupada, they have become like, almost like Srila Prabhupada. Anyone who they come in contact with, they transform them. They inspire them to take to Krishna consciousness. That's what Srila Prabhupada did. And similarly, many of the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, they are doing the same thing. They are inspiring so many people all around to take to Krishna consciousness. So this is possible by serving the great souls. I think we will stop here. If anyone has any questions. Yes, hearing the Katha.
And also, especially about Raghunath Das Goswami. And also your class at our home. So it's a coincidence that everything happened today. All desires got fulfilled. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Your narration is excellent. So Prabhu, you were talking about austerities, and you said that, like, even in the middle of the summer, putting fire around you, that is also not austerity. Or standing in the cold water in the middle of the winter, that is also not austerity. But higher than that is sense control. And higher than that is hearing and chanting. So Prabhu, I mean, if you see hearing and chanting, it's so nice, this is such a nectarian katha, we are nicely sitting here comfortably and then hearing. So I just wanted to ask, how is that higher than the other austerities?
Thank you very much for that very practical and nice question. I was mentioning Prabhupada in the Pandal program, right? He said, all you need to do is just chant Hare Krishna and follow the regulative principles. Nobody came forward. This indicates this is actually the most difficult austerity. And why it's most difficult austerity is because we understand from the scriptures, like Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains, Ichha Dvesha Samuddhena Dvanda Mohena Maharaka. This world is created out of two things, Ichha and Dvesha. Right? So Dvesha, especially if you see, when you have animosity towards someone, you don't want to hear that person's glories. Right? That's the last thing you would like to hear. With that person being glorified in front of you. So therefore in this world, most of the people are averse to the glories of the Supreme Lord. Because everyone in this world is more or less inimical towards God. In fact, Srila Bhakti Thakur, he had this strength. Sometimes he heard that two devotees were fighting in the ashram. So, he would bring those two devotees together and he would tell him, in front of himself, he said, you glorify this devotee. That's so difficult thing. This person, he doesn't have any good qualities. I know for sure. Another person thinking the same way. But Bhakti Thakur knew that the remedy for the disease. When you are inimical towards someone, the least you want to do is glorify the person. But that is the best remedy of the disease of animosity. So, just take an example. Suppose you are asked to glorify somebody whom you hate from the core of your heart. And somebody is Guru is telling you to do that. You say, artificially you want to glorify. Your smile is good. You will try to glorify some artificially thing, right? But then because Guru is instructing, then you will be forced to think, let me think something that I look genuine. I don't look a hypocrite. Right? You are forced to think and contemplate. So, when we hear from the spiritual master that we should be glorifying Krishna, we should be hearing the glory of Krishna, we actually start contemplating. So, say for example, sometime, even if you have to speak sometime, give a lecture, right? And you didn't get time to prepare, then you actually become more contemplative. What I'm going to speak, right? So, the most difficult thing in this world is to contemplate, to hear about the glory of the Supreme Lord because of the disease of animosity. Anyone who does not like to hear, or anyone who goes to sleep, hearing the glory of the Lord, that means we don't have interest in Krishna. To that degree, we don't have interest in Krishna. But The only remedy to that disease is keep hearing. Keep hearing about it. Even if you don't have much interest, still come and somehow sit and hear Krishna's glory. And that actually makes us rise. That cures the disease of hatred or animosity toward the Lord. So therefore, hearing the glory of the Lord is the most difficult thing. Krishna Katha says that a person who has given up the animosity toward the Lord, only such a person can start chanting the holy name of the Lord. So know for sure, anyone who is chanting the holy name of Krishna every day, regularly, that person is no more inimical towards Krishna. He has given up animosity towards Krishna. He has become at least neutral and he is on the path of being positive. Start loving Krishna. But he says, if somebody starts chanting and after some time stops chanting, that means the person's animosity again arose. Then only a person will stop chanting. That means he had given up animosity, but now he is again going in the same disease condition of life, becoming inimical towards Krishna. Because only a person who is inimical cannot chant the names of Krishna. Makes sense? So therefore, hearing and chanting Krishna's glories is actually the most difficult austerity in all of creation. Especially in the material world. No, not all of creation. Spiritual world, that's natural for the living entity. But in the material world, that's the most difficult thing. Make sense?
I have one small follow-up. I have a reflection on that.
Very nice fun problem what you have made. So, I was just thinking about Shishupal. He was a Kshatriya. And to be a Kshatriya means those days they go to the war really. They fight and they're ready to give up their life. He was having that much courage and that much austerity to do that. But he couldn't tolerate Krishna being glorified in the Rajasuya Yajna. So, as you are mentioning that's the most difficult thing for a living entity to do. Other things are actually quite easy. Thank you.
And that reminds me that Krishna also knows how to press your nerve. So during the Rajasuya Yajna, when Shishupala was blaspheming Krishna, Krishna also, pressed the nerve of Shishupal. He told Shishupal, what kind of hero you are? You wanted to marry a girl who doesn't want to marry you? So Shishupal became, he remembered Swayamvar and he actually became more inimical. He couldn't control after that. After that, Krishna decided that he has to die today. So Krishna pressed his nerve and then he lost all his control. Otherwise he used to always count, because Krishna had given promise to the mother of Shishupal, who happened to be his maternal aunt, his Mausi. So, because when Shishupal was born, he was born with, I think, some extra limb. I don't remember. He was born with some extra limb. He looked very hideous. So, it was said, some Brahmana told his mother that the very first person who touches him and his limb disappears will be the person who will kill him. So when Krishna came and touched him, his limb disappeared, and he became like a normal human being. So that time, the mother of Shishupal, she took Krishna, that Krishna, please promise me. He's your cousin brother, right? So promise me that you will tolerate, and not kill him. So Krishna promised that I will tolerate 100 offenses at a stretch from him. Not total 100, but anytime he is offending me, 100 offenses I'll tolerate. But 101 offenses he does, then I'll kill him. So Shishupal used to be very careful. He knew this promise. He used to always go till 99 and stop. But this day Krishna...
One sitting.
Huh?
In
one context.
One context, he has 100. Yeah, and one at stretch he has to do more than 100 offenses to Krishna, and then Krishna will kill him. So he used to stop at 99 always. But this day, Krishna told him, what kind of person, what kind of man you are? You want to force a woman to get married? So he lost all his control. Then, you know, and he went beyond 100, and Krishna chopped off his head from sufficient chakra. Make sense, Guru? Thank you, Guru. Thank you for reminding that. Beautiful. That was a beautiful reflection.
Yes, brother, that is definitely beautiful reflection. Thank you. So, Prabhu, the follow-up question
Okay, Prabhu, take this.
The follow-up question there is, if we know some of the devotees or practicing devotees who used to chant and they have reduced their number and they stopped the chanting, what should be our responsibility, Prabhu, to guide them?
Well, you know, the best thing we can do in such cases, try to inspire the person as and when possible, when the person is receptive. But if you know that person is not receptive, just try to be at least good friend, loving friend to that person. Because for unknown reasons, like beyond our perception, or sometimes you may have know the known reason, but we can't do anything, right? So in such cases, just try to be a good friend. And don't expect or never insist the person should be chanting. Just try to be a good friend with him. I remember, I think I won't really. I remember one of the person way back in 2015 I met. He was a devotee. He used to be connected with Chapati Temple, but he lives here in US. So he stopped chanting for some reason. I was asking, why did you stop chanting? Why you continue chanting? He was giving different reasons, but he said, I like to read Bhagavatam. I just continue reading Bhagavatam, but I don't want to chant. I told him, Bhagavatam reading will not sustain for very long. And that's true. But I was living there, for some time, and I saw that the Bhagavatam reading also faded away. So, yes, when we come across such people, we can try to simply inspire, because chanting of the holy names of the Lord is one single practice which actually keeps us on track. But in order to chant, we need Bhagavatam. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, our vidhi is not simply chanting the holy name. Our vidhi is Bhagavad vidhi. If you don't hear Bhagavatam, you will have no inspiration to chant the holy name. And if you don't chant the holy name, your Bhagavatam reading will have no fruit. Because Vidya Vadhu Jivana. Bhagavatam is transcendental knowledge. But the life and soul of that transcendental knowledge is Harinam. Vidya Vadhu Jivana. Lord Chaitanya said Vidya Vadhu Jivana. Vadhu means wife. So Vidya is like Vadhu. Is like the wife of the holy name. So if you don't have holy name, that Vidya is like widow. It brings only misfortunes. So that Vidya is of not much fruit if you don't have the holy name. And if the Vidya is not there, then you may not have much inspiration to chant the holy name. So they both go hand in hand. If we hear Bhagavad Katha and we chant the holy name, then it will nourish our spiritual existence. But when you come across such people, such devotees, try to be just friends with them and offer them opportunity to hear and chant Krishna's glories as and when possible.
I have a reflection on that in
Yes.
my own life. So during college days, I started chanting. Then when I came to the US in 2013, I was living with a devotee, and he didn't ask me to chant, and he used to be just with me, and he was chanting, but every day, just by looking at him within 1 month, I was able to pick it up. He didn't even ask me to chant or didn't ask me to come to temple or anything like that. Just
See, personal experience. Thank you.
response in medicine.
Since you said that.
A follow-up to that, Prabhu. When do we, I mean, I know it's probably situational based, but when do we know to say something very direct to a person versus just be a friend, like you suggested in this case?
So, you have to know your adhikar, that whether me requesting or saying something, the person will take it or not. And I think most of us, we know, we have a judgment. So if you know that my request is not going to bear any fruit, there's no point to put a request. And if you know that, sometimes person will tell you, okay, I'm willing to give anything to you. You say, okay, are you sure? Yes. Then you may ask. But if you know for sure that even after asking you will not give, then better not to ask. But we can indirectly mention, where you see, if a person is not chanting the holy name of the Lord, that is one thing. But when Vaishnava asks them to chant and they don't comply, that becomes an offense on their part. So in order to protect the person from offense, never ask them. If you know that the person is not going to comply, don't ask them.
That's a wonderful point. A proud thing I didn't realize.
That was very nice.
Actually, one time Srila Prabhupada, he was approached by one of the disciples. And he said, Prabhupada, I want to take divorce from my wife. Prabhupada said, okay, go ahead, take divorce. So other devotees came, Prabhupada, you have always mentioned in your class, in your books also, there is no divorce in our Vaishnava culture. Prabhupada said, he had come not to seek advice from me. He practically came to just inform me. You were asking as a matter of etiquette, but I knew for sure that even if I would have told him no, he would still go ahead and take divorce from his wife. So he said, in order to, if he takes divorce from his wife, it is bad for him. Karmically, it's very bad for him. But if I tell him no and he still does it, it will be harmful for his spiritual life. So Prabhupada said, just to protect his spiritual life, I gave him permission. So similarly, we should be mindful. If we know that the person is not going to comply, then we ask. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Krishna Katha Prabhu ki Jai. Thank you so much, Krishna Katha Prabhu. It's a very good lightning class and followed by very, very nice Q&A. There's a lot I have learned personally.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Thank you very much, Prabhu, for opening your home to all of us.
We request that keep our home in your orbit. Whenever you come to the Bay Area, please survive. And please remember that there is a fallen soul living here who needs some help. So please do come, Prabhu.
Thank you very much, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu. I didn't get a chance to listen to your lecture.
Okay, Mataji, you are engaged in the service of all the great souls here.
Yeah, please remember, Prabhu, whenever you come to the area.
Thank you very much for taking effort to to have this program. It is actually such a wonderful gesture from both of your side. Serving all these Vaishnavas. I know, Prabhu must have helped, but you have taken trouble to arrange and make prasad. I know, we may just eat and leave, but you will have a lot to do.
Even I will make arrangements for prasad. Prabhu made. Prabhu from Swargiri.
Thank you very much for watching.
Countess,
Thank you very much, Countess, for helping
प्रभु जितना सेवा करते हैं भगवान का हमेशा बहुत करते हैं थोड़ा सेवा किया
Today we have the fortune of having Rajbhoga Prasadam from ISKCON Bhatrika. Vijay Kumar also made something. So thank you so much. And Rajjeevan Prabhu, I request you to please keep the orbit of His Grace Shankaran Prabhu towards our Dham. Give us more opportunities. I beg.
Now, Champa Gopika Mataji is managing Prabhu's.
Okay. Now I have the question.
I'm helping her.
Yeah, Mataji Kalapa.
Thank you so much. Next we will have a small prasadam.
Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Ashakyanishwatarine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaurāvata Vrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaurāvata Vrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaurāvata Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaurāvata Vrinda Jai Jagannath Baladeva, Jai Subhadra, Jai Jagannath, Jai Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Nityananda Ram, Jayo Nityananda Ram, 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 Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Jayo Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Jayo Nityananda Ram, Mayapura Vasi Nityananda Ram, Mayapura Vasi Nityananda Ram, Mayapura Vasi Nityananda Ram, Mayapura Vasi Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Jayo Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Jayo Nityananda Ram, Nadi Adi Hari Gora Hari, Kaliyuga Pavana Gora Hari, Nadi Adi Hari Gora Hari, Kaliyuga Pavana Gora Hari, युगावतारी गौरहरि युगावतारी गौरहरि युगावतारी गौरहरि युगावतारी गौरहरि नवदीप चंद्र गौरहरि नवदीप चंद्र गौरहरि नवदीप Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Jaya 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 Prabhupada
Please come and take prasadam.
बल्ले सुभद्रा मैया की
जय।
जय गौर निताई की जय गौर ब्रह्मानंदे